So deep and wide, so powerful, only needs one at a time. Looks right through you. You'll see, face to face, stroking the jaw, whispering. An ear comes forward, holding the breathing still, looking at you intently, sensing you before you speak or move. The big round eye, searching beyond sight to your soul, knowing you as only a horse can. I pull my boxers up to right under my man boobs and arch my back. Instant pregnancy. Feel my round belly. I lower my boxers to right above the pubic line and shrug my shoulders, walking like a stork. I turn flamingo pink as you catch me in the mirror. Where's the privacy when I want to act like an idiot? Not here. I did it for you, to make you laugh. It worked. It always works. We have to laugh. I'll provide that. How should it turn out? The deepest thinkers, the best writers, the open speakers are not the loudest, are not the strongest, are not organized. The solitaire poet, befriended by the deed of words, we shall all leave it to our family only, until we rise up, until we combine our efforts, until we establish a poetry union. With these words we declare, on these words we perpetuate, in these words we... Write it, you lazy pen. Put yourself in my hand and move. I won't have this lapse. Don't look at me like that. Just do your job. Don't blame the paper. Some will do anything to sidestep blame. Now it finally comes to what I've known all along. People have to eat. How's that for an economy? People have to eat. You could try to not. You might consider praying while you do. That's called fasting. The power in it is as great as I've ever seen. So try it. Don't eat and pray instead. Try it for a meal, a day. Put God's plan to work. Check it out. People have to eat. I've known all along. Purple elderberries, soaking in a glass, turned green, lost their color, shared it with the water, till they themselves had none. They were bitter still. It wasn't their color that made them that way. The water, now so beautiful, unable to give back their color, shared it with everything. The counter, sink, and floor, stained for good. The berries were proud. It was the glass that had used all its lives for the legacy of the berries. This one was read at International Poetry Festival back in July. 6 hours outdoor poetry, and this was the last one. Secrets for telling. Will you show me your garden? Could we spend the day there, eating as we please? Teach me your tricks. How do you feed your family year-round from this piece of land? The miracle of germination to the blessing of harvest, trust me with your secrets. I must learn the whole plan. Do you pray before you till? Are you praying as you plant? That black hill of compost, why treat it like gold? When do you water? How do you weed? What's on your mind when it's a deep freeze? Are you thanking God all winter, a meal at a time? Show me your garden. Teach me your secrets. Loyally, I'll pass them on. There are no words for what can't be said. It's if you did, if you have, then you may feel the same. Might just click in your brain with a look or a look away. The tilt of the head, the nod, the agreement without words. There are no words for what can't be said, like shrugs of shoulders and palms of hands raised for lack of suggestion or praise. No words needed, like for hugs and smiles and touches of the hand. Shall we walk comes with walking, not talking. No words for what can't be said, like crying 'cause someone's dead, someone you loved so very much, so very long ago. There are no words for what can't be said. This poem is about a dream I have, not a sleeping dream. Lovely, 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 lovely rain. What do you want? Something sweet, subtle, direct, raunchy, fiction, truth? What do you want? Religious, rant, philosophical, funny? What you want, we got it all at Poets Hall. Come and see Fridays, or give a listen on the radio every week on Saturday. You get a treat. Maybe you'll cry. Perhaps you'll laugh. It's all good at Poets Hall. Lovely, 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 lovely rain. This is titled Crying. It came like a flood, a tsunami in my head, waves gushing from me. Just a sentimental fool reminiscing. I'll never cry like that again. Maybe a light sprinkle over many days until the dam is open, or a passing storm perhaps, little more than wetting the streets, just enough to change my mood. I might, just once, cry like mist of fog, as thick as soup, and then gone. This is poetry with sound effects. In the line, waiting with the others. At the railroad crossing. Time stands still. The train rolls on. All of us here now are caught in a time continuum. Together we share this moment, pausing to focus on motion, just to keep alive. When the lovely danger has passed, again we blend into time. Together we forge past the pause, to motion and no waiting, no line, time moving. We are uncaught again. I love your eyes translates to look at me more. Your ears are so cute means listen to me. Your lips, beautiful, might be interpreted kiss me and talk to me. Your hands are strong and soft, may invite you to hold on to mine. The food you make tastes so good, will no doubt foster kindness. I'm glad we have each other, lends itself to one's completeness. Praise God Almighty, says this can be forever. This is titled Inspired by Daryl. Your curves, ooh-wee, luxurious. Just the right amount of oil so you won't burn. All pumped up with plenty of pressure. Soon we'll be taking turns out in the wild. But first, I want to touch you. Caress your curves. Before we shake and shimmy, before we leave a hot smoking trail of our passion, I want to make you ready for this ride. So it will be easy for me to just slip inside and drive. What were you thinking? Don't make me turn this car around. Take this word and shove it down your throat. Choke on this word. Gush it back up through your nose and smell the word. Eat the word again. Chew on it and taste it. Let it percolate through your system. Tomorrow defecate the word. Spread it on a field to fertilize the syllables. Farm the word. This poem is titled The Hunt. Look, there, see? I told you. Do you see it? Is it still there? Just peek around the edge, slowly, careful. Shh, do you see it now? Don't spook them, they'll run. See, that's some herd. They blend right in with the chairs. Have you picked out the one? Is your safety off? Remember, at the bottom of your breath, after the heartbeat. Hey!
Oh, I'm hit!
Did you get him?
I think I did.
Look at the rest of them run. All but that one. We'll never see that again as long as we live. What were they all looking at? Do you think they knew? It sure seemed that way. Well, hurry and put the tag on his ear. Let's drag him out. Just a few more. Write like it's the last page, the last piece of paper, the end of the ink. What would you say then? How would it play out? Will it be advice for future paper makers? A warning for the wicked? Or telling of your own challenge? Are you going to show love with words, with joyous singing and dance? Will you paint a picture, writing of the prettiest sky you've seen? Are you thinking of it now, the purples and pinks, oranges? A changing picture that gets better with time until it's dark. And then the stars. Write like it's the last page, the last piece of paper, the end of the ink. Ain't you ever coming back from that long ride down the road of nothing? Visit here at Do As We Feel Avenue. How's that? You like? Hop on over to Fuck the Man Road, where the season is on the table. Turn the corner and go down Dewar's Lane. They don't wait for shit to come along. Go up over the hill down by Lazy Waters. We'll dip our feet in Easy Street. Come on, stay a while. Soon She's All That is coming over. It's a hoot. Wipe your tears of joy on the fabric of All's Good Boulevard. This is my skinny poem. This is my skinny poem. It's slender and narrow, which seems to make it tall, but it's not at all tall. Thin is how it begins and ends, without a bulge, a lump, or a bump, a curvy protrusion, a swelling projection, no sagging or bagging, no excess protuberance, just totally lanky, spindly, wiry, slightly skeletal. Not plump, chubby, or husky. We're talking scrawny, scanty, and lean. Still abundant, plentiful, ample, and generous. Wouldn't you agree? Snuck away again to the desk to find peace in the pen, love in the words, pouring through me to the page, to your mind, and back again to the desk, wafting through me, loving, peaceful words to the page, to your heart, back again to the desk, as is the custom of the writer. I found the one we were looking for, the last one. This room stinks of euphemisms. Oh, you are capable of describing. Your wordplay reeks of insolence, and every syllable of it I love. That phrase you turn provokes a thought dear to my heart, queer to my mind, foreign to my soul. I feel you. Someday I may know you, and with that, I bid you adieu.